Good evening, you're watching NDTV 24/7. This is the social network, and today we saw a very important and a very interesting bill come up for discussion in front of Parliament, and we're going to be taking up the primary issue behind it. In the marriage law amendment bill, should women be getting assets or not? In the larger question of whether marriage is a partnership, should there be an equitable division once that partnership comes to an end? The Union Cabinet, of course, brought it up and then promptly sent it to a group of ministers, which shows they need to discuss it further, and therefore, of course, so do we. And joining us to discuss this from the Safe Family Foundation, Rajan Bhasin, also Assistant Professor, National Law University, Delhi, Aparna Chandra. Flavia Agnes joins us from Mumbai, lawyer and women's rights activist, and Sambit Patra, member of BJP, also joining us. So we're going to be really taking you through all the crucial issues that surround this particular amendment being brought to the marriage law. If, of course, the nod comes from the cabinet, what are the pros, what are the cons, and whether anybody has thought it through as closely as something as crucial as this, affecting so many people. Pretty much everybody really across the country needs to be thought through. But before that, we do have a video blog that was sent in, and we're going to take a look at what Naresh Prabhu Desai has to say, and after that we'll get talking. Well, we'll bring you that up for you in a moment, but first of all, let's take a closer look at exactly what this amendment says. And for that, Aparna, let's go over to you first. Let's break down what this particular amendment means when it says that all property, which includes inherited property and acquired property, a part of that will be given to the woman in case of divorce. How does that play into the larger rights that women need to get in the post-divorce scenario?
So that's a very good question, and we need to step back a little bit and just see what is the discourse around a woman's role in marriage currently as it exists today. And here's the thing, we've moved from a discourse where a woman is treated as a husband's property to a discourse where a woman is treated as someone that needs to be protected by the husband. We've still not moved to that situation where a woman is to be treated as an equal partner in a marriage. And so how does that play out in the law? If you look at the current maintenance law, a wife has to be maintained by the husband if she can't maintain herself, if she has been, and she's entitled to maintenance only if she hasn't been unchaste, not my words, the words of the law. If she is living in adultery or refuses to live with her husband without just cause, she is not entitled to maintenance. She does not have a right. This is the framework is that of charity, and if she's given up her entitlement to this charity, then she is not going to be getting that protection. And this protection model again applies to the entire judicial discourse around maintenance, because the court says that this entire maintenance law is an anti-vagrancy provision to protect the woman. We can't protect the woman; she will become a destitute and a burden on society. So let the husband protect her. We need to move from that to recognize that a woman has an equal contribution to make. The woman makes an equal contribution. We don't assign it monetary value, and we need to assign it monetary value. Her contribution needs to be recognized, which is why she has to be given rights, not charity, but rights to property acquired during marriage.
So, of course, there have been counter-arguments to this, and I'm going to ask Rajan to step in there. Rajan, the counter-argument is that this will lead to men being exploited. So, do you feel that denying women this right is the way to stop men being exploited?
Absolutely. See, what my friend is talking about, the maintenance. So, maintenance laws and the property law has nothing to do with it. First thing first, if you are making a law which itself is giving a property to wife, why does not you make it as a general neutral? If a wife is having a rights on my property or my inherited property, why the husband is not having the rights on the same property of the father and grandfathers of the wife? So why don't we make it a general neutral? And why there is no clause where a woman is filing a divorce, why a husband cannot oppose it? In this clause, a wife is having a right to oppose the divorce if it is filed by husband. But why husband is not having a right to oppose even if you are giving a right to kasab to protest himself? Why not to the husband? Okay, and the second thing, there is no duration of marriage mentioned. Even if a girl enter into my house, walks away next day, if she doesn't want, she is not happy in my married life, after one day, she can have my whole property of 50%. Where are my siblings? What are their rights? I do have my sister. Where are their rights? Where are the rights of my mother? Tell me one thing.
Okay. So essentially, the point being made there, Flavia, and I'm going to take this to you now, is that essentially men's rights are going to be eroded. That does seem to be problematic, given the fact that women are so hugely disadvantaged in our society.
Oh, well, you just made a comment whether anybody has thought this through. And I want to say, for the last nearly 10 years, our organization has been concentrating only on this issue. We've also drafted a bill in Maharashtra and submitted, and it has been discussed in various forums in Maharashtra. And today we are very happy that the central government is pushing it. Now, if you remember, about 3 years ago, there was a bill to say breakdown of marriage should be a ground for divorce. And we said, at the time we opposed it very strongly, and we said it can only come along with property rights to women, because this is happening in every country. It's not unique for India. Every other country has a right for maintenance for women, but they also have a property right for women, that at the time of divorce, property must be divided. You are talking about one-day marriage. I will talk about 20 years of marriage, and the woman is flogged there, and a husband has beaten her, thrown her out, and then she starts working. She is not even entitled for maintenance.